Good morning. I'm here with Earthwise Salvage at a house that has a lot of stuff in it, and these people seem to have been really big collectors and labelers, and just it's always kind of sad when a lot of stuff is left behind. But we're gonna do our best to salvage as much as possible from here. And the house itself is pretty interesting, but I want to check out the basement because it seems those are always where all the goodies are. So stepping down this way, we'll get these cute 4-light windows. These are kind of cool for putting your caps on your bottles. There's a lot of cool old tools in here. How's it going, crew? Say hi to the internet. Hello. People of the internet.
What's up, internet?
Oh, Scott was showing me this a little bit ago. These are the kind of things that, you know, I don't think we'll bring this back because it's probably expired, but like the pounder, M&Ms, and of course, everything is labeled here, meticulously labeled. This is a really beautiful quarter-sawn oak file cabinet. And yeah, just really interesting collection of things. And so we are gonna make sure that all the corners are dug through because this house is coming down in a little bit and we wanna make sure not all this stuff goes to the landfill. Move your box for a second. I want to take a look at this guy. Thanks, man. This is kind of cool. Box. Yeah, this is like the first tackle box ever. It is pretty cool. And then this part folds down, and your drawers come out for all of your tackle. And we're just getting started here, so there's probably going to be a lot of interesting things we find along the way. Yeah, the little motors and I thought this was just awesome. So not only did this guy cut himself a lot and you go through a lot of band-aids, but he's got each brad nail labeled with an example of which one he's got. I mean, this is just much better organized than my shop, to say the least. Good motor from Don Wise. Use temp on gas furnace. We get the story. We don't always get the story. Some porcelain little dogs and turkeys.
Turkey candles.
Yeah.
Gotta have it.
The staple of every home. What did you recently saw some stuff from the 60s or 50s?
Oh, I don't know.
I thought we found some dates around.
93.
Oh, right, that's right.
He was 93 in 2017, okay. Yeah, we just get a little glimpse into the lives of these people. Oh, cool old block and tackle. Huh, that's really interesting. Yeah, big old bundle of old rope, and I don't know if you guys get as excited. Oh, cool, old saw blades there. I don't know if you get as excited as we do about things like rope, and the other thing I get excited about is plywood. Not because, mostly because we always need it to board up the windows of these houses. But here's a weird factoid that makes this really interesting. You always want, with these cool old, like, two-man, they called them a misery whip, I believe. The handles are really important, and having the original handle and the original hardware is really rare because it would rot off. And I want to say that this might be an original handle, but this is probably like the end of a broom or something that someone replaced it with. It's still pretty cool, though. And old wrought iron table base. This guy had a lot of cool block and tackle stuff. I wonder if he was a roofer or something like that. So we're gonna spend the day just doing this basement and whatever else we found around here justice before it all gets developed into townhomes and the kind of things we see around Seattle these days. That's kind of a cool bird bath. So we've been digging around in the basement for an hour or so now, and I pulled out some kind of cool stuff, some old doors, ladders, ropes, kind of stuff I showed you in the earlier. But we found what is always the coolest thing, and it's something that, you know, these dang millennials these days aren't all about collecting and hanging on to stuff, but that the older generations would always, if you're gonna replace all the doors in the house, take the front door, stash it in the basement. Just look at how cool this is. Got egg and dart all the way around the whole thing. Real thick glass. And it's really in great shape, so that could be stripped and be a beautiful door. And if we're lucky, we'll find the original doorknobs for it. But you know, you can't hold out too much hope in a basement that's as full of stuff as this is. But all right, I'm gonna get back in. All right, just checking in on crew progress here. Been digging for a while. That's cool enough. We thought this desk was kind of cool. Old school desk, but Scott found this, which is really cool. This is an old yearbook, 1940 retro. Champaign Junior High from Illinois. Ooh, yeah, what's it? Oh, that is so cool. I love that stuff. Does it have a year on it? It better not be 1997, that'd be disappointing.
Right. 97 cents.
That's probably what it is. 57, copyright 1957. That is too cool.
Dang.
What are the other ones? Just all cool maps and stuff?
Yeah, there's Seattle. I just grabbed Seattle.
Oh, those are awesome. Yeah, let's make sure to bring all that stuff back. That's
actual.
like a color it in yourself kind of deal.
Oh, looks like they started.
I think that's they started. We'll finish it. And yeah, that's just lots of nice piles of cool tools and stuff. And then what is just a testament to how awesome these people were. This is always a cool thing to find. This is the original blueprints for this house that we're in right now. And maybe I'm a nerd, but I think that's way cool. So we'll probably have a couple more hours down here, and we're just gonna keep at it until my GoPro runs out of batteries.
At least that one.
So we're finding a whole bunch of old games here, which we think are...
1954.
Apparently it was ropes and ladders before it was chutes and ladders. Bingo, dominoes, kerplunk we found. We'll see. The ones that seem to have most of their pieces we'll try and bring back to the shop.
The last
but
straw. I think that was also like a kerplunk. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure, but somehow camel related. Oh
Yeah,
no, it actually
it's
breaks
the
the
straw
camel. So we got done with that very cool basement full of materials, and I don't think I left before everything was removed, so I'm here at the shop. It's next morning, and just gonna kind of go through what is in the pit, as we affectionately call it. You might recognize some of these things. And there's a lot of stuff in here. This is our processing area, and it is kind of a constant state of chaos. But yeah, here's some interesting stuff. You know, we got some really cool, it looks like carved hardwood African animals there. A lot more in the realm of tools. These are for the old style manual hand-done drills. Really cool. I don't know if you can tell, that's a cool old porcelain drinking fountain. Probably out of a school or something. Kind of a weird thing to find in that basement, actually. Bunch of these great games and stuff. Croquet. And then a lot of other stuff that we've been working on lately. We did a bank, and we have a ton of safety deposit boxes, which are kind of interesting. They all have to have 2 keys, so you have your kind of master key that the guy at the bank would have had, and then your own key, so that it takes both of you to open it, so people can't get into each other's. Here's that front door, and oh, here's some cool hardware. Love that stuff. And something I mentioned in a video, but then I got back to the office and realized that I took a picture instead of a video. I do that all the time. It's like usually when I say things the way I mean to say things, and then I've actually only taken a picture. But I just kind of wanted to, after a job like that, I wanted to let everyone know that how seriously we take these kind of things, and we really treat them with a lot of respect, and we understand that we're dealing with someone's, you know, life collection of materials and their personal home and their personal space, and we take that really seriously, and we treat it with a lot of respect, because we appreciate that really was someone's entire life we're going through there. And And you know, the fact that it's destined for the landfill is what's really heartbreaking. So we just do as best we can to, you know, to do it all justice and keep it out of the landfill. But sometimes when we're digging around in a basement, we get kind of excited about the interesting things we're finding. But I just want to make sure everyone's aware that we really do take this stuff seriously, because it is a really serious thing. And what would really be a shame is if all this stuff was just crunched up by a big excavator. So we're gonna keep doing what we're doing. And oh, here's one other thing that I don't even know where we got this. Can you guess what this big ring is? I'll give you a hint here. Maybe I'll give you a hint if I can find the end of it. The end of it, this hose here, that's a gas hose. This is a ring of fire. We are going to hook this up to some propane and potentially ride a bicycle through it at our Christmas party. Stay tuned for videos on that.